Tinubu Atiku presidential hopefuls in Nigeria can't shake graft allegation, says Bloomberg. This is what Bloomberg and international media has to say about Tinubu and Atiku. The fight against corruption has been a top campaign issue in Nigeria's last two presidential elections, but the history of graft allegations surrounding the two main candidates means neither is likely to raise it in the run-up to February's vote. If they did not raise it, the citizens has the right to ask questions. And until we begin to ask questions, probing questions especially, we may not get to the bottom of this issue. Front-runner Bola Tinubu, who secured the ruling party's nomination earlier this month, was being investigated by the country's anti-corruption agency as recently as last June. 3 decades ago, he fought a lawsuit in which the United States government accused him of laundering the proceeds of heroin trafficking and eventually reached a settlement. Atiku Abubakar, his chief rival, brought tens of millions of dollars of suspected funds into the U.S. when he was Nigeria's vice president in the 2000s, according to a U.S. Senate report, and was implicated in the bribery case that resulted in the imprisonment of an American congressman. Neither episode resulted in charges against Abubakar. This is the time. Spokesman for Tinubu and Abubakar did not respond to requests for comment. The next president will face a daunting challenge to turn around Africa's largest economy. Failing oil production threatens Nigeria's place as the continent's biggest crude producer. Inflation is soaring, and more than half of the working-age population are either employed or underemployed. The local currency has depreciated steeply under outgoing President Muhammadu Buhari, falling from around 220 naira to the US dollar on the widely used parallel market when he was first elected in early 2015 to about 600 naira this week. Nigeria ranks with India as the country with the highest number of people living in extreme poverty, despite having a seventh of the population. Meanwhile, secessionist, Islamist, militants, and armed criminal gangs terrorize large parts of territory. Efforts to restore security and fix the economy alone will likely fall short because there's an unavoidable connection between financial graft and government dysfunction. In Nigeria, said Leonconi Usman, an associate fellow at Chatham House in London, corruption hollows system out and crippled them from the inside, she said. The race will see the two wealthiest septuagenarians mobilize impressive political machines built over more than 30 years, pursuing power in Africa's most populous country. Voters in Nigeria are often offered cash, food, or clothing to persuade them to cast their ballots for particular candidates. On the eve of the last election in 2019, 2 armored bank vans were photographed driving into Tinubu's house. If I have money to spend, if I like, I give it to the people for free of charge, as long as it's not to buy votes, he told reporters when asked what the vehicles were transporting. Tinubu and Abubakar have cultivated deep system of political patronage. According to Hoopman, both men excel at engineering and expanding political networks through cooperation, through the channeling and redistributing money and position and favors, he said. The IRS secured warrant in January 1992 to seize almost $2 million, according to court filings, while living in Chicago between 1989 and 1991. Tinubu had deposited more than $1.8 million into one of the accounts before transferring large sums to another bank, according to the U.S. government complaint. While disputing the U.S. reason for targeting the account, Tinubu settled in September 1993, agreeing to give up $460,000 to the U.S. government in exchange for the release of the rest of the money. Tinubu wasn't indicted over the matter. A report published in 2010 by the U.S. Senate Permanent Subcommittee on Investigation said one of Abubakar's wives helped her husband bring more than $40 million in suspect funds into the U.S. while he was Nigeria's vice president, including at least $1.7 million in bribes paid by Siemens AG. Abubakar and his then spouse previously have denied any wrongdoing. Former U.S. Representative William Jefferson was sentenced to 13 years in prison in 2009 for taking bribes from American companies interested in doing business in Nigeria and Ghana. In July 2005, Jefferson told a cooperating witness that the then Vice President Abubakar had also agreed to accept a bribe in exchange for his assistance. According to the Louisiana Congressman indictment, Abubakar has previously rejected the allegations, saying he has no personal or business relationship with Jefferson. Abubakar's hope of succeeding President Obasanjo in 2007 were toppled when the EFCC declared him unfit to hold public office and the Nigerian Senate panel recommended his prosecution for allegedly diverting government funds. Abubakar denied the allegations, saying he was the victim of political persecution. Both contenders were focused on issues other than corruption while campaigning, said Hoffman. They know it is not part of their political image. It can never be part of their political image for everyone to see the toga of corruption around the two of them. It's for them to prove otherwise. Perception goes a long way about an individual. What everybody sees, what past leaders have done, in fact, especially on Atiku, the former president of this country, wrote a book, and there are so many damning accusations in that book. My Watch by Olusegun Obasanjo, where he accused his former deputy as being corrupt. For Tinubu, he was a governor of Lagos State for 8 years, but today people see him as making that state even till tomorrow because of the control he has over the state, especially in the area of generating revenue for the state. The commission, people have accused him of taking beyond what is necessary. But this is Nigeria. Whatever happens, people don't complain in this country. We have seen them, the toga they wear in another clan. That toga of corruption is enough for them not to even appear to want to contest for public office. But in this country, the more money you have, the better for you. You're able to influence a lot of things. You're able to keep a lot of people's mouth shut. Will this corruption toga assist them or make them to get to power? Or when they get to power, if any of them succeeded in getting to power, will he be able to curb corruption in Nigeria? Well, what is your opinion about this comment from Bloomberg? Kindly make it known as you subscribe to my page. Thank you, good day, and God bless.